baby Bactrian camel. Alive in the world, there are Bactrian camels and dromedary camels. Difference between Bactrian and dromedary camels, most obvious thing is the number of humps. A dromedary camel is a one-hump camel. If a capital D was on its back, there is one hump in it. A Bactrian camel is a two-hump camel. If a capital B was laying on its back, it's got two humps in it. So B for Bactrian, two hump. This guy is a Bactrian camel. That guy is a dromedary camel. These are both rare camels. That is the only white camel I have ever seen live in person. This one is a Bactrian camel, and Bactrian camels are just rare all the time. There are at least 60 million camels alive in the world today, and less than 100,000 of them are Bactrians. You guys are welcome to come up with a few people at a time, so we need some parents to manage having a few at a time, not a mom's rush. But if you come up and pet this guy like this, he stands and wags his tail. You can take a picture with him, you're welcome to. Alright, most interesting thing about a camel, and this is not Crazy Camel's Day, that day is Friday, so I'm just going to give you a brief little nugget about camels and let you see a cool camel. So the most interesting thing about a camel is their ability to store and use water in the form of fat. On the hottest day in the desert, a camel can go 10 days to 2 weeks with not one single drop of water. In that period of time, they can lose 30% of their body mass to dehydration. So the guy outside, Ed, is the biggest camel in North America, according to Google. He is 7.5 feet tall, he weighs 1,700 pounds. So if he lost 30% of his body mass to dehydration, that is 500 pounds to dehydration. If I lost 30% of my body mass to dehydration, that's 30 pounds. I'm sorry, that's 60 pounds to dehydration. If I lost 60 pounds because I had no water for 10 days, obviously I would not be with us anymore. But if a camel lost 500 pounds to dehydration, what he's going to be is thirsty. And if a camel is thirsty, oh my goodness, he's thirsty. If a camel had actually lost 30% of his body mass, the big one outside could drink 50 gallons of water in less than 3 minutes. Pretty amazing how he does that, because there is no tank in the camel for liquid water except his stomach, and his stomach only holds 7 to 10 gallons of water. So, where does the water go would be the obvious question. The way that it works is the camel dehydrates, his red blood cells go from oval, down to flat. That accounts for about 150 pounds of his loss of weight, his loss of mass of blood. At the same time, his fat cells shrink down. We're all normal-sized people, so suppose that this was normal size for a human fat cell, and we had a burning desire to star in the show My 600-Pound Life. Our fat cells could go from something like this to something like that, dozens or hundreds of times their original volume. Camel is the exact opposite. He walks around with his fat cells the size that we would refer to as super morbidly obese, and as he dehydrates all the way down to what he would call severely dehydrated, that would be the size that we would call normal. Difference is, when the camel gets to the other side of the desert, he's going to pound down literally 50 gallons of water in 3 minutes. That's 17 gallons per minute, or about 1 gallon every 4 seconds. The way that he does that, as fast as he can drink the water, his red blood cells go from flat, just boom, right back to oval. At the same time, his red blood cells go back, his fat cells go back from normal for a human to normal for a camel. Now, for a human to go from this to that is decades of unlimited access to ridiculous amounts of food. For a camel to go from this to that is about 40 seconds on an individual cell basis, 3.5 minutes for the whole body, about 3 minutes to swallow all the water, another 30 seconds to finish processing it. So a camel can go from emaciated near ending to ready to turn around and walk straight back across the desert in about 3 minutes with just the very large drink of water. So what this taught me about the Bible, in the Old Testament, when it says that the servant goes looking for a bride for his master's son, and he prays, "Oh Lord, let it be a sign to me that the young woman would offer to water not only me, but the camels as well." Before I had camels, I'm like, so what? She gave your animal a drink, and who cares? Let's talk about a burning bush or something, right? So now that I actually have camels, I understand one the size of our big camel could drink 50 gallons, and one the size of our little camel could drink 30 gallons. Now we're talking about some young girl going to dip up 300 to 500 gallons of water with a bucket. That hits a little different. And so what I learned from that is the fact that I don't understand something in the Bible doesn't mean it was wrong. It just meant I didn't understand. The Bible is true and accurate in every way and trustworthy for our lives. All right, did everybody get a chance to pet this one that wanted to? All right, I'm going to show you this white camel real quick. We're not going to pet him. He is very jumpy. I'm going to hold this one. I'm going to turn it out. That one is 4 months old. This one is 6 months old. Real quick. These guys eat 3 bottles a day. They come down a 2-liter bottle 3 times a day. If you're interested in signing up to bottle feed a camel here, that happens at 9:30, 2:30, and 6 o'clock. You sign up for that up in the shop. All right, this guy is Prince Ali. Ali is the only white camel I have ever seen live in person. He's a pretty cool little dude. So what kind of camel is this? Dromedary. Capital